Kind of a little bit of an early stream today. I was gonna do Dead by Daylight reviews today, however, I feel like absolute shit. So, we're gonna do a little bit of Rocket League, then I might switch over to Dead by Daylight reviews. Well, I said within the next couple of days, so tomorrow will be Dead by Daylight review day. So, YouTube side, tomorrow is going to be the day. I should probably get him out of the way now. But there's also something I want to do during that Dead by Daylight review. I want to go back to my first creation and add some things to it. And kinda sorta, I don't know how do I explain this. I want to go back through to my first creation, which I did before I even started reviewing things, etc., etc. So it's kind of ass, and I kind of want to go back to it, and I want to adjust it kind of live and start adding in other ideas and things like that. But for that, I'm gonna have to be feeling like super fucking amazing and, you know, refreshed and well rested and shit, and be in a good mood to have that thought process to continue on and actually make a fairly good creation. But that is the plan, which is why I'm not gonna do it today, even though I am up somewhat early. Send me those replays if you really care about getting better in Rocket League. Especially if you think you're doing like amazing and you don't need help. You probably need help more than anybody. I can't tell you how many people I run into on a daily basis that think that what they're doing is correct. And they even yell at me for ball chasing or doing some other shit because they don't understand that the shit that they think is correct is long since past. Like yesterday, for example, when I was going up and Wendy was behind me, and I looked up, stopped, seen that they were going to sit in goal and not challenge me, and went over towards my teammate to give him the ball so we could make a play. And Wendy, who was our back man, decided to come up and try to full send for the ball and take that ball control away from me. Who then turned around at the end of the game, off of that one instance, and tells me to change my name to the Lonesome Ball Chaser, when he didn't completely understand that he was the one that was fucking up there. If I would have let him take that ball from me, in that instance, with all three of them sitting in goal, he would have passed the ball to them. They would have immediately countered and shot that shit into our goal. And that would have been the end of that. It was kind of good looking on the other guy to turn around when he seen the double commit happening. However, he needed to hold his ground. And after Wendy, if he was to steal the ball from me and all of that, and hit it to them, that would kind of be on him to save the ball. Yeah, we would go back and try to do whatever we could to stall that. But I mean, you know, you can only do so much in those particular situations. But the sad thing is, Wendy's never gonna know that he's done wrong because he does the same shit every time, like a lot of champs do. And he don't get punished for it because his teammates are always covering his ass and everything like that. But it's annoying for anybody who knows how to play the game well enough to where you can figure out that, hey, throwing the fucking ball away to the other team when they're all three in defensive positions expecting that shit is a bad idea. So I know that I was 100% right in that. And yet he's the one that gets mad at me and all of that. And I think we even won that shit too. And he still ended up getting fucking mad at me, saying that I'm a ball chaser and all of that. Like, no, I'm not a ball chaser. I was keeping possession of the ball where you were trying to take ball possession from me and give it to them. So of course, I'm gonna fucking Charlie Brown the shit out of you and can continue whatever play I need to make to try and get a goal. This is ranked. We should not be all up each other's asses and shit like that. It's a simple lead and cover system. Follow it. When you're playing ranked, you're playing boring Rocket League. You don't have time to fucking go up there, get the flip resets, get the nice ass slow ceiling shots, get the showboating and things like that. We make plays and then we secure those plays. I don't care if you take a shot and the ball, nobody's near their goal and the ball is just literally rolling in like that. I don't care. Whoever's closest, go up to that shit, put that shit in and ranked. You ain't got time to dilly-dally. You ain't got time to do any of that shit. That is the difference between casual and ranked. Casual, if somebody's going up in the air, you can jump for their air dribble and all of that and try to put that shit in. Ranked, at least in Champion, you don't go for that shit. You assume when they take that ball up into the sky that they are either making a solo play or you sit and wait for a pass to you. If you're in the midfield, like, alright, let's say you're sitting at a position right midfield in no man's land and your teammate goes up for an air dribble. Do not jump into the air and try to 50 his air dribble into their net. Don't do that shit, champs. It's the dumbest thing you can do. What you want to do is, as he goes up into the air, is you want to come over to the side and support that shit. Let him see that, hey, you're over here. If he sees you, he probably won't even go for the air dribble. He'll just take it up and give you a pass. Alarm. He probably won't even take it up for an air dribble. He'll probably just hit it out and then pass it over to you because he can see you. Even if he does decide to, you know, start an air dribble out and like that, if you're across, he knows that he can take that shot, or instead of going into their goal, he can just pop it across to you. So let's say he's fully committed, but he sees you right now. He can just do something simple like this and put that shit down in front of you for you to be able to just score that on them. He now knows that he doesn't need to make that particular goal in order to get any type of, you know, pressure or anything on the other team. If he thinks he's by himself, then he's going to try something, you know, kind of risky because he assumes everybody else is back. So then you get the air dribbles that go like this, that go down to a flip reset or something, and then they fuck it up. And then the other team just sends that shit back towards your goal. That's where you get into those situations. If somebody has the ball, you do not want to be near them. You do not want to be following them. You do not want to give them that sense of, oh, well, he don't trust me. He expects me to get beat, so fuck it. I'm going down the field like this. You should either be over here and in front of me so I can pass it to you, or all the way across if I decide to take it up the wall, or if I'm moving at a super fast amount of speed and just trying to, you know, get there quickly, brute force my way. If not, then there's no point in you being there at all. If I got the ball and I am the first man and you're behind me waiting on me to fail, or if you're directly adjacent to me where I can't see you, or behind me, you're not helping me at all. In order for somebody to pass the ball behind them, they have to give up the potential of a goal. For me to pass that shit to you, I have to turn either like that to give you a pass forward, or, why did that land behind me? Or I'm going to have to stop what I'm doing and immediately turn the ball like this and risk a pinch. or a misplay touch or anything like that. And if you've noticed how I play, and I have people sitting beside me, when I go to pass to them, I have to catch the ball and then basically spoon feed them the touch. After spoon feeding them the touch to the wall, I then immediately have to challenge and try to get some type of goal or anything like that afterwards. So I'm just making my job a lot harder passing to somebody out mid. And the people that sit in midfield slash no man's land makes it extremely hard to pass to. Because if I'm going up the side of the wall and I'm looking like this, I now have to go out and about to pass the ball outwards in order to get it to no man's land to you. By that time, somebody else who's on the wall just jumps and takes the ball, hits it over the guy in no man's land into our net. Like here, if I'm here, how am I going to pass this ball backwards? How? If you're sitting in midfield waiting on me to make a play, and I go up like this, how? How are you supposed to cover this play? Be in midfield. Even if I miss, the play is basically over. I'm still the closest man here, so I'm gonna have to engage this ball, because the other team's gonna be on it like white on rice. Like flies on shit. So if I land here, now I'm the closest one, and I need to secure the fucking ball. The problem with that is on misplays when somebody's in no man's land, what you have is somebody flipping away and then going back. And by the time the guy in no man's land moves, the ball's already on your way back into your net. This is why we don't sit in midfield. It's a useless position most times. Just because you're in a low rank and the game is slow, then you're able to boost all the way up and make a touch in because their entire team got beat, doesn't mean that that's the right play. Why do all of that when you can be all the way up here, and as soon as that ball pops off wall, you can be there to score that shit. It pops off wall, immediately there to score it, as opposed to doing this shit. Wasting boost, wasting time, wasting pressure, wasting a good position. And the problem with this is, your average Rocket League player that's in Champ thinks that they need to secure every fucking ball. That's the problem. If you're posted up here, and again, your teammate's shooting from over here, your back man is either going to be, back covering, or they're going to be, farther out in the position, where they can cover if things go awry. Depending on where you guys are at, they should be adjusting accordingly to cover goal whenever it becomes dangerous. If somebody's shooting on goal and all of that, and it's going right in front of one of their teammates, the guy should be rotating back as the play's happening, so if the ball does go back, look at that lag, goes back towards their goal, they can pick it up, grab boost, and then repressure. Or stall if they need to, whatever. But if it's a pass, for example, that's going like, I don't know, you're passing directly to your teammate and then your teammate's taking a shot across. There's no reason for you to be all the way back in goal, just sitting there chilling and watching that happen. If there's nobody there that can, save that towards your net, there's no problem. If your teammate's coming in from the side and that guy's out of position and their only way that they can hit this is that way, it's going to bounce off your teammate's car, or, if they're going for a shitty clear, it's up the wall like this, and somebody on their team is going up the wall to clear it, like so, just to get a shitty ass clear or a touch or something like that. There's no danger on your goal when they're coming in from the side, even if they're challenging your teammate from the front. The only place they can win a clear at is over into the corner. There's no point in being in goal. The only time you have danger on your goal is if your teammate makes a mistouch, throws that shit directly to them, and then they can get a touch out and then make a play. This is when there's a problem. That's when there's a problem and it can go straight into your goal. They have a clean shot, nobody's covering them. If your teammate over here shoots the ball and then he starts rotating backwards, That's giving them the ability to take a shot on your goal. However, as your teammate's going back, you just have to know mentally how long it's going to take them to go back or get back and when you can go. If your teammate is grabbing boost and he's going from boost to boost going back, it's going to be a little bit before you can actually leave your position and go. Again, you still shouldn't be sitting in net because this is going to be the slowest position. Should be sitting somewhere to where, you know, you can pick up the ball if the ball gets, you know, sniped towards your goal. Somewhere where you can get just a good touch clear over or something like that. You don't need to be, you know, all the way in that shit. And that's kind of where the positioning and all of that gets fucked up when it comes to champ level, at least Rocket League. Is people want to go all the way back and do this dumb shit when they're trying to save. Ball's moving slow as hell towards them, and they're doing this shit. And it's like at that time, they've already passed it over, and then boom, it's in your net. It's like, come on, man. The ball, for one, is way the hell downfield, heading towards you. It's got multiple bounces or multiple touches before it's going to touch or before it's going to touch. Start over. It's got multiple bounces in most cases before it's going to go into your net. So even if you are heading back and the ball's coming in, don't touch this ball like this back to them when you have a half field of control. That's dumb. You have a half field of control, the ball gets sent in front of you, and it's not on target. Take your time getting whatever control that you need. And then take the ball back out. Don't take that up wall because they're going to be expecting it. You want to take it across. And it's just simple things like that that kind of drives me crazy. Yeah, you're in a bad position and all of that. Somebody, you know, is shadowing the actual, or is, you know, being very aggressive towards you, or they get a pinch that's crossed. There's going to be a bounce before that goes anywhere near your goal. Read where the bounces is, how fast it's going, and how much time you have to react to that. If I'm here and the ball is going to bounce, I have all of this time to make a touch to the corner. Then I can just send it back. If I have two teammates up, I can just send it immediately back, that quick. And they now have pressure. If the ball's in front of you and you're doing this shit, you're giving them another chance to shoot at your net. Then you gotta make a save. Somebody's over there reading that shit. It comes back to you. Then it ends up in your net. You're doing it to yourself. Now, beyond that, and getting that positioning fucking shenanigans and shit out of the way, let's go to the main topic. And that is, I played yesterday, and I got us up to Champ 1 Div 4. Because, well, I'm tired of winning matches and staying Champ 1 Div 3. So I went in, won a couple of matches all the way to we're at Champ 1 Div 4. I am on a win streak, so this next win will probably just take us straight into Champ 2. But, whatever. I'm going to tell you one thing. If you stick to the plans that I've been giving you, it's going to take you a while to get up, you know, to where you want to be. It's going to take you quite a long time, and that is okay. Well, I guess it's not going to be like quite a long time. I guess quite a long time is like 6 months to a fucking year, but it's going to take you, you know, a couple of weeks to put everything that I've been talking about into perspective. It might even take you, you know, a couple of months, because, I mean, I'm not specifically coaching you. I'm just giving you advice on some things that you can do in some situations. If I was coaching somebody directly, I mean, they would probably be
let's say, I don't know, they're platinum. I could probably get them in champ less than 2 weeks. It's not that hard. It's gonna be kind of grueling for them in those 2 weeks, but they'll be easy champ 2 weeks. We're gonna just iron out, you know, the problems that you have, get you the confidence that you need to challenge and, you know, play faster. And then from there, you know, we can just build you up, you know? Get rid of the weak-ass foundation, start over, create a strong one, and then build up from it properly. If you have a strong foundation, then it's just as simple as getting rid of, you know, any cracks or holes in the wall, patching them up, and then you're good to go. But I'm gonna tell you now, when I coach, I like to do lots of ones and shit. Twos and threes, that's basically all about technique. If you're a good ones player, you should be able to eventually adapt to twos or threes. It's gonna be hard as shit if you're a ones man, and it's gonna frustrate the absolute hell out of you because people are gonna take the ball from you when you're trying to do something. I tried to play ones yesterday just to prove that I still got it. And well, ones have gotten a lot easier. I faced a Season 2 GC, wiped the floor with him, then he started demoing, so I was like, alright bro, I'm out. You don't want to have any type of skill for 1v1? That's fine. I'm not gonna waste my time with fucking demoing trash. That's terrible. Played the second guy. That motherfucker first play tried to demo me. I was like, nah, bruh. All of you demoing motherfuckers that don't have skill, I'm not playing with. Played against the third guy. All he did the entire time was this shit. You got near the ball and he did this shit. As you tried to challenge, he would just low 50, low 50, low 50. So I just said, doink, doink, right into his fucking net. I asked him, are we gonna play now? Kept doing this shit. No, I'm not gonna challenge the ball. I'm just gonna keep faking it and keep faking it and keep faking it and keep faking it. I was like, alright, I guess we're not playing. Left that fucking match. Got another GC. It was a decent match, but I still won like 6-1. Nah, it was a Brazil. It was a 7-1, but he gave up after the 6th goal and let me get the 7th goal. 1v1'd another guy. He was like champ or some shit. I don't know what the fuck he was. He got completely fucking destroyed. And I wasn't even fucking trying. I was just doing just dumb shit and scoring goals on him. Again, you don't really want to go into ones with a high MMR and casual. That's why I always recommend you wait till you get to like champ before you even think about going in for 1v1s. Because you're going to run into people that have a very decently high MMR or a smurf on another account, and you're going to get your ass beat and ones. And I'm like, this dude's like, he might not even been champ, he might have been diamond, because these goals were way too easy. Anytime he got the ball, he was using a Finnick. He would take the ball into the air, and this was his goal attempt. That was his goal attempts. So I just sat in goal, and I would be like, thanks for the free goal. Absolutely destroyed this man's life. Then when he tried to dribble and all of that shit, he would be doing this shit. So I was just like, nah, bruh. Then he would go all the way back to goal like he was next to or some shit and give me a full field worth of space. So I would lure him to one side and then flick it to the other side around him every time. He never caught on to it. I would go this way, and then at the end, I would flick it right over him. Because he had a problem of following the ball with his car. So when I went this way, he would go and corner sniff, and then at the end I would just pop it around him into the other side of his net. Never figured that shit out. I scored like 5 or 6 goals that way. He'd overcommit, I'd go up into the air, do some dumb shit, and then put the shit into his fucking net. And it's just like, bruh. I was like, bruh, Just forfeit at this point. You're obviously outmatched, you're not learning anything, you keep committing the same mistakes. I'm basically just fucking around and destroying you. Like, please do yourself a favor and forfeit. Well, that just gave him a lot more motivation, and then he ended up scoring a goal. How did he score his goal? He sat in his goal acting like he was done and not playing. And as soon as I tried to take the ball over to make a play, he comes around me, hits that shit, scores my net. So I'm like, alright, you still want to play? That's fun. So then we start playing. And start playing and start playing and start playing. And he just ends up feeling more and more and more fucking pain. Because he thought that he was going to try hard, and the definition of try hard is bumps and demos and playing reckless, basically. Reckless behavior is tryharding. And when he was reckless, then I started low 50ing the fuck out of him. Getting real close, making him uncomfortable, and getting these real cute, like small, like air dribbles and shit, and destroying that man's life. Respect for him for staying to the end, despite the fucking score, and despite him not learning anything, though. But it's like, brah, you need to know when to give up. If you're not learning anything from the 1v1, you're not going to try to adapt your strategy, and you're just going to keep doing the same shit over and over. Leave. I obviously countered your strategy of play or your style of play. I counter it. It happens. You will find people that completely counter how you or what your play style is, and there's nothing you can really do against them except take that L. You can try to adapt and all of that, but if that's not something that you normally do, you're going to have a hell of a problem trying to get those goals back. Oh, I missed that touch. But anyway, we're at Champ 1 Deer 4 now. Let's just start hopping in the games. And that is where we are sitting. I'm gonna tell you now, if I do decide to play ranked today, I'm not gonna be doing the cutesy ass play strategy and things like that I've been teaching you, the proper rotations and shit like that. Not gonna be doing those. Unfortunately, champs are fucking failures at goddamn everything. Sticking to the correct rotations and all of that will get you there, but it's going to be a very slow until you develop the skill set to complete everything that I'm telling you faster. And with better, yeah, proficiency and efficiency. Because everything, remember, when I'm going downfield and doing shit like that, I'm rarely boosting in most cases. You should be boosting, flipping, getting back as quick as possible, or cutting and challenging as quick as possible. I am showing you the slow version of all of this. You should be faster than I am, and still making the same decisions that I'm making. Well, not the same, but similar decisions to what I'm making, correct decisions. But you should be faster. Like this kickoff, this should be a faster kickoff coming from you. And you should still be able to get a similar win. That's a pass right back to him. Thank God your teammate covered you. Interesting. This, you should be jumping for that. Boost jumping, intercepting that shit. That is your time to challenge. I'm not going to challenge it because I'm lazy as shit and I know it's not going anywhere. But you should be challenging that shit. Again, do as I say, not as I do. He had a clean shot on goal, he fucking missed it. Shouldn't have cut me off if you're not going to aim that shit. He tried. Again, you should be boost jumping that shit, aiming that shit up, shot placement and whatnot, using the skills that, you know, you've been taught. Because if you try to replicate my play style, you're not going to be able to do it, and you're going to be consistently bad at the game, honestly. I'll get away with it because I can be fast when I need to be fast. You need to stay fast. See, don't flip away from those. Then he went straight back to challenge after he noticed his teammate was back. Why not just challenge it again, brother? It's not a good redirect. You knew there was no power on that and it wasn't going to go anywhere. You could have easily passed it back to me and gave me a little extra force, so when I challenged... Here, you should already be in control of the ball and sending it over that guy, instead of just sitting there fucking around with your teammate. Again, the things that I do, you should be making the decisions faster than I'm making it. I'm slowing the shit down so you can just get kind of an example of what you can do in situations. But once you've seen the example, you know, do or solve the problem the same way, but solve it faster. It's actually not your problem, or not your fault. Other teammates should have challenged. Where I challenged there, he should have already been up in the air challenging, but he was slow, which is why I beat him despite having to turn around and he was looking at the ball. And because he didn't challenge, it made it awkward for the last man to do anything. Here, you should be boost jumping and challenging. That should be straight into their net. Here, boost jump. You should be aiming and hitting that shit there. Before a teammate even has the time to touch that shit and fuck over your play or whatever. You should be up in the air, touching that fucking ball. Following that shit through. So somewhere around the shit that he just did, but you should be doing that shit faster than him and he should be supporting you in the play. And you gotta establish yourself when it comes to things like this. Alright, our back man just went up and it's in our net. That moment when your goalie goes flying by. Backman, not goalie, but you know what I mean. Like there, if I'd have boost jumped that, I'd have beat him clean and been able to make a play off of that. It's an interesting challenge he went for. Again, you wouldn't want to challenge that guy and not let him get a free touch. He's going to try to follow it through and score it off the bounce. And you actually know that information. What do you do to stop that? I mean, I can rely on teammate because he's back, but why? When you can be there to save those. Don't jump for that. Again, this guy doesn't have any concept of backman. He was just demoed and got re-demoed because he challenged with no fucking boost. I passed it to other teammate, but I mean, shit, if you want to go, by all means. I didn't think he would re-challenge after passing that to me, though. It'd either be a redirect off my car in, or a pass. But he just kind of ignored other teammate that was already there, and was like, fuck it, dude, I'm going anyway. Like, I mean, we're low on time, but, you know, that's what happens. That right there is what happens. When you over-challenge and over-commit situations like that. If you're going to be a dumbass and over-commit, again, earlier is better. If the ball is somewhere nonchalant and you go whizzing by as goalie, we can say, okay, we need to go back. But if you're jumping right as the ball's in front of goal as goalie, and they counter that shit, that's in our net. We don't have time to react to that shit. That Finnick just saved him. Why are you in goal? And now he's not in goal when he should be in goal. That should have been in our net. It's like, I don't understand that shit. Champs pick up positions and then they leave their positions when they need the positions. It's like, why? Ah, he's gonna hit it off wall. Oh, I tried to pass it to my back teammate. He needs to do something there. You're the one that drove directly into the corner instead of leading that shit. Own City. There's no reason for him to panic that. Jesus Christ. Him not going, I now have his net. I'm not going to take it, but I now have his net. He's still sitting in mid-goal. Look at him. Look at him. I don't understand champs. I just don't get it. You see, like, he just literally is doing some dumb shit. That's the shit that I'm talking about. Him going in, going all the way up, turning around, doing dumb shit. That was his goal that I could have scored right where I was. Oh, I lost my flip. See, he's trying to play fast, but he's taken the ball 2 rotations and ain't got anywhere. He's crossed the ball so many times. If he would have just stopped trying to gain speed and trying to get in the way and caught up to the ball and controlled it, he wouldn't have had that issue. We're gonna own goal again? Is that why we're looking that way, teammate? I'm gonna pop this over, see what happens. All you had to do was put that shit somewhat on goal, brother. You didn't even have to score it. Just put it somewhat on goal. A small touch. Sure, it was accidental. You better thank that fucking Finnick, is all I gotta say. Thank that fucking Finnick. Fake. Well, nothing I can do there. Good challenge, teammate. Good challenge. I was gonna try to pick it up on my car, but then he jumped for it. Yeah. Definitely go play another game, brother, because that challenge is what stopped me from being able to save that. I mean, you're back, man. You're a goalie, so you have the right to challenge whatever you want to challenge. But most goalies back off. That's just him. Most goalies back off when they see somebody sitting there and they have, you know, a little bit of trust, because they figure that guy's going to take the ball from them anyways. He said fuck it and just full sent that shit. Okay. Oh, he got demoed. Well, this changes my plans a little bit. You want to know why he got demoed? Nice. You want to know why he got demoed? Because he was sitting there like a fucking log, waiting on the ball to fall in front of him. Sitting there, waiting on the ball to fall in front of you. If you're ever sitting still in Rocket League, you're gonna get demoed. Sorry to tell you that. You should never be sitting just still like this when there's an enemy that, or an opponent that can be behind you. It's not gonna work out well for you. You're gonna get demoed 100% of the time. I almost got his ass. I was about to say, if that rolls in, then there's no hope. Pop this early, right over him. Missed the boost apparently. Fuck you. One. They double committed. Send it. Send it. Just send it. Just send it. Just send it. You're so slow. It was a breakaway play. I was by myself. Why try to catch that and do all the bullshit when you can just hit that shit to me down court? Bang it. I'll put it where it needs to be. Just bang that shit. That's some shit that I don't understand. Just because they're going back to their goal don't mean that you have time to control the ball and be all, you know, wishy-washy with it. Send that shit. That is the time that you want to attack, when all their cars are backwards and they're boosting towards goal. That is the time to attack. Get the ball around them when they're turning around, grabbing boost, out of position. Things like that. Well, that's sadness. I was gonna try to get a quick musty. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. And don't go for kickoffs when you're on the right side. It doesn't matter how fast you are. And champ, don't go for kickoffs when you're on the right side. Just don't do it. Unless you've mastered the art of the speed flip, and you can also determine if your speed flip is even necessary. Nice shot. For that particular situation. Don't do it. That was a very good read. And they were all for nothing there. If I'd have just sent that shit, it'd probably been in the net. Nice. That's off. Ah! They're both double committing on one side. I'm just gonna head all the way back, because the ball's gonna be coming towards me sometime. They're very aggressive. They like to play three-man up. So let's take advantage of that. I thought teammate was bumping, but he's all the way literally sitting in their net. What the fuck? Maybe you should have looked twice. I thought he was gonna bump that guy that I was at, and he was going to bumper demo that guy out of the way, and the ball was gonna go into their net. Come to find out, he's literally sitting in their net, waiting on a pass. And I'm like, how am I supposed to pass that shit to you when you're in their net? It'd be different if you were like outside of their net, but no. You were in their net. See, they're being way too over aggressive. If my teammates would move up instead of staying back, we could get behind them and make these plays. But they're gonna keep taking advantage of us and getting these easy goals because my teammates won't go up.
They won't go up. Fake this. That should be an easy save for you. Alrighty then. Don't touch it. What point of don't touch it? Jesus. And then you passed it back to him. He missed. Way too over-aggressive, bud. He took the boost. That's the only thing that I was faking for there, was the fucking boost. And he fucking stole it. You always go for demos. Your other guy's way too far up. Oh, I missed the touch. Where's our other teammate at, though? Why are you in no man's land? If you're gonna come up, come up. I'm expecting you to be up. You went beyond the halfway mark. I'm expecting a challenge. Ooh, nice touch. Shoot it, shoot it. Big bounce down. He threw that shit away. He felt pressured for whatever reason. Ceiling? Oh, come on now. Grab this. It's no danger. I already know your challenges, brother. That should have been in their net. Good lord. They challenge every fucking thing. Don't matter if it's a good challenge or bad challenge. Come for it. Not really good enough, but we're gonna have to try something off of that. You better follow that shit. That's all I gotta say. You better follow it. That was a ghost hit. I don't know what the fuck happened there. I even heard that thunk sound. No! I was reading his flick. Alright. Why are you following him? Pick up a fucking good position, brother. Oh, this is so scuff. And that's in our net. It's so scuff. It's so scuff. And then he's not gonna forfeit. Oh boy. It's 6 seconds left. It's impossible to score. Just forfeit it out, brother. All right. Cool. So they were overcommitting, over aggressive, and the only reason that strategy worked is because my team was a bunch of fucking sitting back, scared ass fucking bitches. It is as simple as that. They didn't look for teammates for help or anything like that. Plus we had the one guy who didn't go up, and then he basically gave them the ball, 2 of those fucking goals. So that's kind of a whatever. Yeah, she just went for a fucking cycle at that point. I don't know. Not quite. Should have power slid that. I could have saved that. Power slides are important when you're in front of the net. Especially if you're at an angle where you can't save the ball. A simple power slide gives you a little extra angle. So you sacrifice a little bit of power for a little extra angle.
They are your friend if you're going for a hard save. Okay. I picked the wrong angle there to score that, so I backflipped out of it instead of just blasting it off of their fucking wall. Fake this, he throws it away, teammate should get an easy touch here. Fake that, it's gonna go nowhere. Take it. There you go. Oh, shouldn't have went for a flip reset. They always do that shit. It don't make no sense. You gave me free touch there. Going for a flip reset instead of just sending it. Shoot that. Or backflip it. That works too. I don't want to get demoed, so I'm just going to kind of move the fuck out of the way. That was a dumb last touch. But here we are playing it. Damn. Too slow. Then he went for a flip reset at the end. Stop fucking flip resetting. Stop that shit. You're not doing anything. Stop watching the pros play and all of that. And stop doing that shit. You don't even know why you're flip resetting. You're doing nothing but slowing yourself down. Stop it. Stop the flip resets. You should not be using them in Champ. Especially not rough. You shouldn't be using them in Champ 1 / Champ 2. Stop. You're not fooling anybody with your flip resets. You really aren't. You're just slowing yourself down and giving them a free challenge. All you gotta do is just fake that shit down and then move the ball. Or just send it over the guy that's challenging. I knew he was gonna do something like that. Oh, you're gonna go back to my side to get boost, huh? That's interesting. Nice boost still. Nope. He fucked up. Oh, come on, you couldn't score that? That was a bad time for that teammate sitting in at the challenge. Ball was not in anybody's control, and teammate was basically just engaging to make sure that they couldn't get it there. Not when you want to challenge those. And on that. Why just send that? Why full send that? Like, look, he didn't even think about it. Yoink! Then after missing it, he continued the flip and continued going straight. You are the last man before they score that. Why continue that shit? Like, why? It just don't make sense. Yoink. Touch it, dumbass. Okay, I'll stay back there. That's a bad touch. You just gave them a line into our net. You're forcing me to stay back when I had an easy challenge by hitting that off wall. That's a breakaway play. Who you passing to? Guess I'll come up for it, since you delayed it enough for me. You should definitely try to score those on your own.
Oh, he didn't do what I think he was going to, or what I thought he was going to do. Well, he just flipped in front of goal, so it's probably theirs. Luckily, they're fucking bad, but that should have been in their net, or in our net. Interesting. I mean, it was an obvious fake to read through, but I'll give you points for trying. If I would have done like a fast kickoff or some shit, I'd have been fucked. That teammate, I don't know about him. He just gave another guy a chance to defend this ball because he demoed him. Leave him on our side. I don't care if he's fucking with you. When we're attacking his goal, it don't matter. That's a bad pass. Didn't have to even jump for that. He's faking back anyway. Another bad pass. He's jumping for it, but he can't score it. Let's do something different. I was gonna say let's do something different, and I was just gonna cover his advance, but he clicked it like way fucking early. Like super fucking early. Nobody was even near him. Shouldn't have went on the wall. I missed that shot, unfortunate, but I was late waiting to see what he was going to do. If any of my teammates would have covered that shit while I was faking in the air and doing all of that, that would have been game. But the moment he went up that fucking wall, he fucked himself. That was it. Stop pre-going up walls. Stop the flip reset. Stop all of that extra bullshit. You don't need it. You don't. You're just making a fool of yourself. The only time it's right to go up a wall is if somebody does this shit and they have to catch up to it. The only thing they can do is take the shit up the wall or jump and pinch it right at the end. Either or, it's kind of gonna have the same hit up or to the side. As long as you cover those two angles towards your goal and up in the air, you ain't gotta worry about that shit. If they're dribbling it, if they have it on the front of their car pushing it at supersonic speed, then you know that shit's going to go up the wall. How do I keep fucking crossbarring those? I'm gonna hit this to the side and back out. Teammate should be able to turn that. Or not. Hello. You can challenge whenever. I spun the guy out like 3 seconds ago. Interesting. Ooh, good placement. Trap. I didn't know he was gonna get such a mistouch though, or to pre-jump that shit. It's my fault for thinking they're competent. As always. Again, that guy's just kind of full of mistouches. Please don't touch that again. I don't like your touches. I missed the pass. Not a big fan of your touches. Again, he's already cutting across as the guy's sending the play up. But his problem is he doesn't rotate back afterwards. When you see his play has failed, you should be on your way back. Ain't no reason for you to be still up. It's over, man. That's off. Nice. He faked it, which is great for us, because our teammate was about to get fucking bumped. And anytime you pre-jump somebody, you should expect them to fake the ball. You can actually use that against people to make them fake the ball and slow down when they should be pushing the ball fast. Well, that's unfortunate for you. Thank you.
Now one of my teammates went across to the other side. That could have been an instant send back and we could have kept pressuring them. That's a bad touch. I can't get that. Try to get that one. Very bad touch. Why are you passing it up and back to the last man? The last man's there and has a lot of shit to deal with on his plate. If that was ranked after he fucked up his touch and didn't immediately go back, I'd have just left and that goal would have never went in. I can't really get a good angle here. I'm gonna pop it off the side. He thinks I'm challenging, maybe he makes a mistake. I can get that. Nice save. I don't know why other teammate jumped for that, because he literally went to their corner to steal their fucking boost and then came back awkward. Fucked up making your teammate turn. He gets a free clear though, unfortunately. I'm gonna put this down very gently. Block him. There we go. Beautiful. It's the second time they've been scored on basically the same way. Guy tries to take a shot, other guy scores that shit. When they get into the higher rank, they're going to be scoring those off-the-wall shots every time. This is why I teach you the defensive ways the way that I do, to prepare you for the higher ranks. I'm going to fake challenge this. He's going to keep going back. Alright, we'll actually challenge it then. Tried to get a double flick there. I couldn't get the full rotation though. Interesting. I respect it. If I didn't rotate back properly, he definitely would have had my ass. I wish he would have stayed up. Again, I'm just going to keep bullying and keep being a nuisance where I can. Again, teammates, stay up. You have a guy back. Turn on that shit. Keep that pressure up. I don't care if you have zero boost. Grab boost pads when you're doing your back and forths. And then challenge if the ball goes back to you. Like that. I shouldn't have had to come up to score that. He should have just turned and put that shit in the net. Worst case, bounced it off the wall towards me harder, so I didn't have to go as far and overextend myself. Stay. Part of the play when you are in the play. Fuck anybody calling you a ball chaser. Fuck all of that, because all of that's going to change when it comes to high level lobbies. It'll all go away when you rank up. And all those people calling you ball chaser and all of that are still stuck in champ 1 when you're in champ 2 or champ 3, never fucking worry about it. They can stay down in their lowly champ ways while you keep ascending. Now, one thing you should never do is try and copy another person's playstyle. Ever. They are that individual person, and no matter how hard you try, you're never going to become them when it comes to that playstyle. You should develop your own playstyle using your own unique strengths and weaknesses to your advantage. Never try and become somebody else. So if you're watching these streams and you're literally trying to play like me and all of that, you're wasting your time. You're going to come to a lot of walls that you're not ever going to be able to surpass. Because you're going to be like, man, I'm playing exactly like him. Why ain't it working? Why ain't it working? Because I have hours, thousands and thousands of hours. Hell, probably tens of thousands of hours on some people. More experience and knowledge than you have. If I go for something simple, and the enemy does something that catches me off guard, I can cut that shit through and re-challenge on the wall. Whereas it happens to you, you're just like, ah, well, shit, he got me. You know? If I'm coming to this and I see that 2 of them are double committing this, I'm not going to sit there and try and fake that shit. I'm going to try to catch it after they pinch it or touch it, and then keep control of it and try to get past both of them. Or if they're going in from an angle that I can read, like a pinch angle, I mean, I can just literally turn, read the pinch, and then send it off of a wall into their net or something. Pinches are hard to read, especially, you know, random pinches. If it's a calculated pinch, I can read those. Random pinches become a lot harder to read, because they don't even know that they're pinching. How are you supposed to read some shit that they couldn't read? That's a dumb touch. Absolutely dumb touch. There's no reason for him to do that. Then he panicked because he made a dumb touch and ended up backflipping. I could have actually scored that. One more. Now we don't have control, really. And we need to actually go in and help this man. Don't hit me out of the fucking way. I gave you the boost, dickhead. He shouldn't be challenging that, but whatever. Here we are. Put this up high. Again, put it up high. These guys are very bad at aerialing. Like, very, very bad at aerialing. Like, look at this shit. They are terrible at that shit. The only thing we need to do is keep the ball high, and we kinda got this. They are slow. Again, I'm just gonna send it high. Wait, what? I missed that? Could have gotten that demo there. It'd have helped me out. Oh, never mind. Ah! If I'd have wave dashed that, I could have scored that in the corner. I didn't want to, but I thought about it. Why would you put it high when you know your teammate can't fucking aim in the air? What the fuck? The worst thing you could do for him. Yeah, he might make the touch, but he doesn't know how to aim that shit. Look at him. Boy. Fake this. No danger. We go high. Not high enough. Super high. Easy touch past him. Teammate should get that. There we go. Notice how our back man stayed back and the guy that was up with me came back in for that shot. That's how that's supposed to go. The back man's not supposed to jump for those. He's supposed to keep his positions while we make a team play. We all know that they fucking suck in the air, so we're keeping it in the air. That's a bot. Okay, pass it to my teammate. He actually touched that, huh? Well, goddamn. Nah, you're right taking that shit from him. Mr. E? Or R? Mr. R? You're right taking that shit from him. He was gonna hit it off the fucking wall as a pass. You just kinda expedited his touch. That's fine. See you. That's a dumb touch. Why let that bop off the front of your car? Well, that's to my teammate, so... Well, teammate went back? What the hell? He was there a second ago. That's fine, he can't hear me worth a fuck. See what I mean? It's just... It's bad taking advantage of the shit that he can't fuck. Oh, what a good bounce. Or what a bump. It's bad taking advantage of his lack of skills, but it's also, you know, easy clappings, you know? Now that's my fault. I was talking and not paying attention, so they got a free goal. I'm not too perturbed by it. It would take us fucking up for them to be able to win this. What an interesting clear. He cleared that shit so bad that his teammate panicked. It's kinda hilarious. Challenge. I'm behind you. Fakes. Again, we don't care if we touch the ball or not. We have a teammate behind us. We just want it out of his hands. I almost passed it out to teammate. I'm gonna fake this to make him go high. Never mind. That's just to open if they can take that shot. That's fine. Alright, boys. What do you guys want? Kickoff, goal, team play? What are we going for? Nice try. He is waiting too long to challenge that. You are fucked up, sir. You are about to be onslaughted. Yeah. All because that guy took too long to fucking challenge. He's about to be onslaughted. Then all of this shit fucking happening. There's no way you wait for that ball to go all the way down, or all the way back to your goal like that, and not challenge that. That is crazy. You are asking to be destroyed at that point. He had all of that space. All of that space as that ball was rolling to him. Literally. The ball was like that. He had all of this fucking space to challenge. Why not go up and just make any kind of play? Maybe fake wall, touch back over, and go up with like a high flick or something. Anything. And he just sat there, let it donk off his car, and then had to go through an immediate 50. Oh. I mean, I was technically sitting still, so the demo kinda makes sense. I got slowed by teammate, but still. That is just in the net. Well. Nope, he wanted that upfield. Should have been an easy touch to me from where he was. Somebody decided they wanted to pre-jump it. I mean, I'd forfeit too after that shit. It's embarrassing. We've all been there, but it's still equally as embarrassing. Damn. It was good for him to jump for that early. Nice shot. I'm glad you stayed up. Why would you take middle boost when you should be back? It's a very odd thing to do. I mean, you can challenge that. I'm still going to keep ball control. Oh. Damn, it's in our net. I went for a risky clear. I knew that it could fail. I had like 15 boosts, but I was also like, if I can get that though. If I can get that though. Boink! He missed an easy open net. Fake that. Get ready for the save. Teammate should have been moving up from out of goal. I'm gonna let him save that. Or not. They can save it. Huh. I follow it. Y'all motherfuckers love giving me just these awkward ass angles to work with. I don't think I appreciate that much. Wow, he just gave that to me. Couldn't get the bump. Oh, he hit it too high. That's fine. Fake challenge this because I don't have the boost to even do anything. That's a pinch. That's now our ball control. Do what you like. If you'd hit that more towards their goal, we would have been fine. But, you know, things happen. 58-60. Sus. But hello. Fake this. Again, there's no danger. I got a teammate downfield. Almost didn't get the save, but he's there. So there's still no real huge danger. Unless we may get dangerous by waiting till the last second to save. But maybe that's just what he wanted. He wanted save points or something. He should be following that. You don't have boost, why'd you send it that far, crazy? I got bumped. You pick this up on the other end, maybe? He's coming up, so I'm gonna rotate back. He rotated back too, that's fine. We'll just have to keep pushing. Fake this. I'm gonna go back now. He should not be sitting in goal. We have an offensive play still going on. Nice touch. You'd have aimed that, that'd have been in our net. Wasn't planning on shooting that. I don't know about these. This went too far from me. Oh, teammate, no. It went too far. I should have spaced myself back a little bit more and then jump for the low 50 there. And it would have just slid right in front of me and I could have scored their net. Kind of an oops moment there. I did not want the 50 that far away from me. But I knew he was the only back man challenging and he was challenging awkward. And any time that you are challenging the ball, this is important. If somebody is sitting straight on at the ball, like this, and you are awkwardly challenging from the side, from here, anywhere that's not straight on, if they are high rank or know what they're doing, they're gonna fake you. If they're a high rank, 99% of the time are gonna fake you, unless you're really slow and they can just hit that shit around you. If they're here, and let's say you missed a challenge or you're grabbing boost and you're coming back through, they're gonna fake the shit out of you. The absolute living shit. They're just gonna go around the ball and then they're gonna fake it. So when you hit that shit like that, it's gonna bounce right off their car and go nowhere. Use that shit to your advantage. If you know you're challenging awkward and they're sitting behind the ball like this and they're not shooting or trying to pressure you, use that shit to your advantage. Go through with this awkward challenge, go all the way to the end, and instead of letting them fake you, just simply take the ball across and then make a play on them. There are times at which you know that they're gonna fake. If they are in front of you with the ball on their hood or in front of them and you pre-jump like that, they're going to fake the ball. You can force them to fake that ball. If not, they're throwing the ball to you and you still gotta win regardless. So if you have a teammate that's slow in getting back and you know that you're beat because you're out of position or you're awkward in goal, but you have a teammate coming back, get faked by double jumping and making sure that he can't take that shot immediately on goal, and then your teammate can come through after he tries to score it and then make the save. So if you know you're fucked, at least make it, you know, where you can control where the ball's going to go afterwards. Now diamonds and low champs just kind of flick the ball right into you even if you pre-jump them. But when you find the smart ones that, you know, aren't of that particular rank, you gotta be prepared. That's just easy. You gotta be prepared for the fakes and things like that. My teammate was in a very good position there, and to be honest with you, I should have just passed it to him, because that Finnick could have pre-jumped or boost jumped and probably clipped that. That would be better if I passed a teammate there instead of taking it over them, but they were all out of position, so I was like, I'm gonna pop this past teammate. Generally, I'm not a big fan of corner sniffing, but these guys are kind of aggressive as fuck. Like that. He had no reason to challenge that, and now it's in his net. All I did was push that shit towards him, and the first thing he did was try to capture that shit, even though his teammate was there, posturing me. Use that shit to your advantage to get these easy clears on champ 1s and lower ranks, because they ain't smart enough to leave that to their teammate that's there. That's a pre-jump from hell. He could have been faster and probably made that if he hadn't pre-jumped that. Hell, a wave dash would have probably been twice as fast. At that point, he flew so goddamn far. Good save. And he missed. That would have been in our net if he'd have touched that. I'm actually going to go around the opposite side of this and pop this out. Or not, because I'm slow as shit. It's kind of... no problem. Yeah. I didn't pass it to you the first time. I shouldn't expect you to be there for the pass the second time. That's my fault. I programmed you now to know that I am a greedy ass player and I'm gonna go for individual plays. I don't blame you not getting that. Damn. Oh no. I gotta demo him. I gotta get him out of the way. He might save that, but it's a lot better than him fucking scoring on us because he was in the optimal position for it. There we go. So now that I've incorporated him into plays more and more, he's starting to stay up again. And people will do that. If you're always not passing and shit like that, they will not cover you. So you have to basically score your own shit from that point out, because they're not going to stay up just to sit there and watch you score. Nice touch. Hit it out, hit it out, hit it out, hit it out, hit it out. Thank you. I'm bad. Oh, that touch. Fake that. Gotcha. I mean, you're just putting it towards your own net at that point. I ain't gonna stop you. Be glad your teammate didn't make a mistake there because you put him on the spot. Now I can make a play. Thank you. It's not how I wanted to flip. This controller, still to this day, scares the shit out of me when I go for specific flips. Slow. I'm gonna let teammates save that. He should get that easy. No, I didn't want the last touch, goddammit. You fucking octane landing that pulls you, dude. That's fine. It's gonna be slow. I could bump him as he jumps for that and give my teammate 3 touches. That was an open net. There you go, buddy. I know you want it. Well, we tried. So that teammate, what's his name? One life, no regrets. He is a team player through and through. He is very good when it comes to threes. Twos and ones, probably not that amazing, but he knows his threes plays. He is there for them. I like that. Good teammate. I don't care what anybody else says. He's a good teammate. Threes teammate, at the very least. He's there for that. Right to his other teammate, or right into the net. That works too. He has his positions down. He has his rotations down. He has all of that shit down. I actually might... Is he on Epic? One life, no regrets. R-E-G-R-E-T-S. So what I'm going to do is we're actually going to look him up on Rocket League Stat Tracker. So you can see the rank of somebody who knows what they are. What do you think his rank's going to be? Now is the time to throw out guesses. One life, no regrets. Alright. Let's see what rank this man is. Reward level, champion. Ones, platinum. Kind of makes sense. Rank doubles, champ 1 div 3. Rank standard, champ 1 div 3. So he's right about where we are. And the rank setup and all of that. Hoops, rumble, drop shot, not really relevant. Tournament matches, champ 1 div 2. His unranked MMR is 1685, so he's right about at the level that we are right now. Sitting at about 1700 MMR. Champ 1 div 3 / champ 3 or champ 1 div 4, things like that. So he is the ideal. So if you listen to the things that I've been saying, you position appropriately, and do all the things that I've been saying, you can be an amazing teammate like him. He is proof of the product. Everything that I've been saying and all of that, he's been doing. And he's been doing it well, to where he's become a very, very good threes player. If he wanted to party, I'd party with him, because we're going to get victories more times than not. Might change up ever so slightly when it comes to GCs or, you know, higher people like that. But when it comes to champion, I know that I can rely on this person. I don't know my TRN stuff. I was going to favorite him. So, if you listen to what I say, you do, you know, what you're supposed to do, things like that. You should at least, at the bare minimum, be high champ 1. Champ 1 purgatory and all of that. And that's kind of where we've been talking about things like that. Then, if you go back to the other series where I was doing the higher, or preparing you for the higher level lobbies and things like that, the very first series I did, if you combine that with the things that I'm doing in this new series, you can ascend even farther. I wish I'd have saved that replay. Goddamn. I mean, I don't need to save the replay, it's on stream. So, it is on stream. But he's the ideal teammate. He was always there when I needed him. He was always there for backup. Played everything the way that he needed to play things, etc., etc. You really can't find very much better than him that's still at a champ level. He's your ideal champ player. He'll be on his way to champ 2 if he can ever find somebody that, you know, isn't going to throw on his team and lets him go up. So if he gets good matches and good, not good matches, if he gets good teammates, he's going to champ 2, no problem. From there, things change a little bit, but not too much. But you do need to be aware of more things. Soup. Dun 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 dun. He's on the other team. Now, the counter to a teammate like that, thanks, is simply speed. Speed, 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 speed. He's only a champ 1 at the end of the day, so he might have the positioning and everything else up, but he doesn't have the speed yet. He hasn't developed it yet, which is natural. You shouldn't have speed. Doing everything that I'm doing faster will completely fuck his life up. Just if I'm fast. If I'm not fast, he wins. If I'm fast, he don't win. He don't win. There's no problem there, brother. You passed it to him, though. And then you touched it back off the wall to another guy. He's positioned up. Good pass. He goes to still boost because his teammate's back. See, he has very good positioning and very good game sense. Eventually, he'll develop faster speed and he'll become very formidable. You see that shit? As that shit was happening, bang, he was already there to score that shit. That's what you like to see. That's a missed touch. He's already positioned for it. You see how scary that is? When somebody's positioned and hold that position, how much more terrifying these games are. How much more reactive that I personally have to be to not get scored on. Because he's just there. So much more pressure than the regular people that like to sit in no man's land. I wish you hadn't hit that up. Scoop. This guy always wants to go to the air and do some dumb shit when he has ball control. His teammate assisted him there because he wasn't scoring that. Oh, there's 2 people going. Boink! He wasn't scoring that till his teammate touched it. But that guy always wants to go to the air and try to go for an air dribble or some shit. Ain't no point. Ah, that lag about ruined me there. Interesting. Pinch that over him. Good read. Look at that positioning. That follow. Teammate cut me and about gave him a free fucking goal. They're still gonna get the goal because he's gonna turn back and score that. Nope, he faked it. Interesting. So it's something as simple as my teammate panicking and challenging out of order. He got so much more pressure off of that. Alright, I'm not letting this guy take this fucking ball up in the air anymore. I'm tired of waiting on him to make his plays. He's very slow. It's obnoxious. And I ain't got time for that shit. That's fun. Don't know why he's still challenging in our corner, but whatever. What are you doing, teammate? What in the actual fuck? That was not a what a say, that's a what a dumbass moment. I know he was challenging that shit. Let me get the fucking challenges. Oh, okay. I'm gonna fake that. We're not scoring that. Now we can score that shit. He's literally throwing, and I'm not going to decrease dude's fucking MMR because his teammate's a dumbass. Afterwards, when they're back and they get scored on, it's whatever. But I ain't gonna fuck up a player that I know, you know, is good at the fucking game's MMR because his teammate's throwing. Fuck that shit. We will score our own goals. Free jump. Boink. He's gonna reposition for that. I gotta go for this. Teammate, you gotta fucking stop that shit. Dude is reading you like a fucking book because you're always double committing. Stop that shit. Put this high. Beautiful. Teammate should... Well, okay. We'll go for the opposite. Yeah, I just made that very awkward for him. It might be with a position, but he can't read the unorthodox. Stop. Nope. He misses and then says, "This is Rocket League." Alrighty then, that could have been in his net. And we really needed that goal. Fuck your air dribbles. Fuck your air plays. You're wasting too much fucking time. There we go. And we got that goal because his dumbass tried to go for another fucking air dribble. And tried to do the dumb shit. It's the last couple of seconds. Oh, what? I just rolled off the fucking ball. Hit it, hit it, hit it! Fuck your boost! We're gonna go for better kickoffs, better plays. Battery to wreck. Guess I can jump for this. I couldn't jump off the wall there. I'm concerned. That's probably an own goal. Fake that. He's always positioned properly. It's a very big problem. Get off of me, bro. Trying to read my save. I see you. It's different if you're in my blind spot, but I see and hear you. One more save. Oh. Ooh, good dunk. They got very lucky there. There it is. His teammate started panicking, and the same thing happened to him is what happens to me in those games. His teammate starts hitting the ball from him even though he's properly positioned. The ball keeps going back and forth, and then it makes its way in the net as your teammates panic. I don't know why they didn't make him lead man and just follow his fucking lead. They could have gotten that easy victory. Instead, he got fucked, like I often do. by positioning properly and teammates panicking and not positioned properly. And it fucking sucks. That's one where I hate that I had to lower his rank and that we ended up in another or opposite teams.
What a touch. He faked it. That's a risky touch. Good luck. Where's he gonna hit it? He's not. You better jump early. If you're gonna go for that, follow it through and try to get the fucking goal. Don't just touch it off a wall and just lay there. Keep moving. So annoying having somebody jump in front of me like that, touch the ball, and then just sit there floating in their fucking corner instead of going for the actual goal. If you're not challenging, that's him. Yup. What a play. If you're not challenging in that corner, turning around and then doing something, bumps, demos, anything. Don't pass to them when I call it. I mean, he was there first. Don't matter if you fucking call it. If he was there and in a good position. Talk about talking shit, getting clapped. Don't go for it when I call it. Immediately get scored on. Thanks. He was scoring that, and you literally fucked him up. Good save. You didn't even try to get that shit. Alrighty then. He just gave up. Straight up gave up. Look, he's just like, well, I guess I'll just, you know, backflip, make it look like I'm trying to get it. Expect the unexpectable. Do you realize? Never mind. I'm gonna leave it as it is. I'm gonna leave that as it is. Ooh. I'll just try to go straight in. Straight in. Sometimes brute force does work. Sometimes it don't. Ooh, I got hair sticking to me. I was expecting a better. I missed the wave dash. You're on your own, guy. I'm bad. You think he's mad that I demoed him there? I think he's a little bit angry. A little peeved. What you got? You ain't got shit. Oh, another hit. Back to your guy. That's on the opposite side of our goal. Who would have fucking thought that that was gonna happen? What do we do here? Nothing. Couldn't get the touch. Again, I wish I knew that they were going to make those missed touches. I could pre-jump those, but until then, it's just kind of a situation. Bang.
You literal Giga Chad. Facts.
What do you know? I stream on both too.
I just don't put that shit in fucking my name because people generally are toxic to you for no reason and they target you. It's like having that shit in Dead by Daylight. You're gonna be the first one that gets hooked. You're gonna get tunneled. You're gonna get all kinds of bad shit done, dude. What are you in position for? Beautiful. Now, I could have jumped up there and taken that from him, but at the point, or at that time, it's like, what's the point? It's open. Even if he touches it, you know, it's done. It's gone. Thanks. Thanks. Oh, you're passing now. Interesting. He's not passing now. Turn. Turn it and burn it. Just said, I don't mind you taking the boost as long as you turn in challenge and don't fake back like the other people I play with. Eh. Well played. Alright. We do our regular scheduled drop shot match and then I am done. What time is it? I do have enough time to do Dead by Daylight. Oh, excuse me. So I think I might do some Dead by Daylight. So after this last game, Twitch, it will be the end of your days for the day, and I will be going to doing reviews on YouTube. If I decide to play Dead by Daylight after, then I might re-include Twitch, or I might just leave it specifically YouTube. I'm not entirely sure. Oh, I wanted to double touch in from the side. As always, I try to get a fucking flip and it gives me the exact opposite of what I want. That's fine though. I'm getting used to this damn controller and its fucking misinputs and shit. All I wish I could get is aluminium fucking thumbsticks and bumper buttons. And this controller would be fucking perfect. The directional buttons already are. So I don't know why they did the directional buttons, but they didn't do, you know, the buttons that take the most wear. And then Power A doesn't offer replacement parts, so you can't even buy replacement parts for the particular controller. And even though they offer a 2-year warranty, they only offer one courtesy replacement in parentheses, even though the shit says it's a 2-year warranty. Now, one, I did some research and found out that it's a fucking lie. Because it says that it's a 2-year warranty, they have to replace that shit for 2 years. It didn't say limited warranty. Limited warranty comes with the contract saying you get X amount of replacements for that span. No, this says it's a 2-year fucking just straight up warranty. And in the contract, it never says anything about limiting the number of units that they can send out. So if this shit goes too much farther, I'm gonna request another one. I don't care if I have to send this one back. I can always get just a temporary controller off of Amazon for like 20 bucks just to use as a backup. Actually, I have a controller that I can use. It's just ass. So when it comes to shit like that, you know, it is what it is. I even sent in an email to them. Only thing I want is the ability to provide replacement parts. I don't give a shit about your fucking warranty. I don't give a shit about any of that shit. Just give me the ability to take that motherfucker apart, replace what I want to replace, and then put that shit back together. You can take your warranty and shove it up your ass. You guys make a decent controller, but it has the same problems that every other controller has. Stick drift, stick misalignment. And then the paddle buttons and all of that shit always develop an issue and stop working randomly. I haven't had it happen personally, but when I press my buttons, I don't press them that hard. I'm very gentle in all of my button presses and all of that. And having a, you know, beefier controller with my semi-soft fucking button presses makes that shit last for a long time. But the problem is because the way things are set up, if that shit ever slides off the button and you press the fucking thing in, it fucking breaks. Or the case with my other controller, the fucking button and shit gets seized because some gunk or something gets up in there from the fucking thumb pad, and then it don't press in, and then it breaks when you press down on it. But like I said, I take care of my controllers. Like I had a Rock Candy controller that cost me, what, 20-30 bucks? And I used that shit all the way back when I got my computer, all the way till last year. So from 2019, actually now, I got that and used it on my old computer even before that. I've had 2 Rock Candies. So my old Rock Candy controller, which everything still works on except for the cable. For whatever reason, the cable, it had the little separations that Xbox controllers had. That shit stopped getting contact with the other contacts and all of that shit. I know I could resolder the fucking contact, you know, clean it, resolder it, put it together, it'd be fine. Or I could just permanently solder that shit together if I wanted to spend time and make it to where it wouldn't come apart. But I decided, you know, at that time, I'd had that controller for fucking ever, that it was time to go. That shit for like 4 years. So then I got a one where the wire pulls out the top. With a USB cord, and that shit lasted from 2019 to 2021. No problem. I've had this controller, this is the second version of this controller. Both of these have only lasted a month before giving me issues. So I'm like, yeah. Not only is the Rock Candy small and doesn't have any type of vibration or anything, which I fucking hate, vibration in a controller. I wish they would sell them without vibration motors and make them more sleek and slender, able to fit into your hand easier. That's what my Rock Candy was like. Even this controller, if it wasn't under warranty, I would probably take the vibration motors out of that bitch and leave that shit without it. And if I had an extra case or an extra time, I'd probably file down the end of the fucking controller and then recover that shit just to make it a little more slender and sleeker. So I can't stand controllers, especially Xbox controllers that have that, you know, that little portion for the vibration motors in the bottom where they're super long on the ends. I fucking hate that shit. I would rather have my hands farther up on the controller to where I'm able to access every button readily. Or if I wanted to play one-handed, it makes it extremely easy to play one-handed. Save it. It's already saved. But, unfortunately, things just aren't made like that anymore. That or it has to be custom made, which costs a lot of money. I looked at a few controllers. The Wolverine controller, which is supposed to be known as one of the greatest gaming controllers, actually ass. By the way, don't get a customized Wolverine controller. Don't do it. They're not worth it. They have very shit customization options for one. They don't have full customization like they try to make you think. You only have partial. There are better controllers out there that are stronger, that are beefier, that give you full customization. You decide exactly what parts, pieces, and all of that go inside of your controller. I found a company like that, but their custom controllers cost about $1,000. At least to make everything the way that I want it, because I want a controller that's going to last me for basically the rest of my gaming career. But I also want the pieces to be readily available and replaceable. And when I say fully customizable, I mean fully customizable. You can change the fucking color of the little fucking, what do you call them, wire crimps? I don't know what the fuck they're called. The little wire covers. You can change them to gold, you can change them to what a silvery / platinum. Like literally, you can add covers to your wires and shit if you want to. The buttons that you press, you can get standard gaming buttons, you can get the more sensitive ones, you can get the stronger durable ones. You can get protection and shit and make your controller waterproof if you want to. They offer that option. They offer whatever you could ever want in a controller. But again, it's $1,000 fucking dollars to get that shit fully customized, and it says it takes about 2 months to complete. So, if you got 2 months and $1,000, you can find that shit and get literally your dream controller. They have custom art and custom artists. So if you want a specific, you know, tattoo design or game character or anything like that, they can put that on your controller in whatever pose or whatever you want. Again, the buttons, you can make them aluminum. That's the only thing I looked at. I think they offered something like, they offered plastic, aluminum, and like titanium or something crazy that I was like, something super expensive that made the price of the controller go up. Very expensive metal. And I was like, I'm good on that one, bro. I don't slam or drop my controller, so I don't need one that's not gonna break. I just need one that's gonna last. Again, you can have it where everything's soldered together and never comes apart, and you have to desolder it. Or you can put it and have it away where all the buttons and all of that are replaceable. So your A button stops working, you can literally just undo that particular A button and then put in another A button from the company. Or an aftermarket button, they don't give a shit. And replace that shit. All parts of the controller are readily available, and you can order extra of everything. They even have a button at checkout where you can order replacement parts, like, you know, wear items is what they call it. You can order wear items for the controller that are going to wear out faster than anything else. And they give you the option at checkout to get extra ones. If you don't get the non-soldered though, keep in mind that you have this plate. It's like a plate that everything screws into that goes inside of your controller, and it's going to be a screw-unscrew type of setup. So when you take your controller apart, everything's going to be, you know, held in place. Except for the button covers by screws. So if I wanted to replace my A button, I would take out the little small screws. Probably security screws, but I don't know. Or Torx or something like that. Basically said the same thing, but I guess square screws can also be technically that. But anyway, you take out the little screws, you replace each individual piece, and you know, bada bing, bada boom. That also means that everything is made in parallel, so everything has its own ground, so you can take things out and not worry about, you know, one part making the controller fuck up. I'm bad. Very good, very powerful controller. And I fucking love the aspect of full customization. They also come with a lifetime warranty as well. Okay, I see. They also come with lifetime warranty as well. But, well, limited lifetime warranty. Sorry, not just straight up lifetime. Limited lifetime warranty. So, keep that in mind. You will get a replacement if something like super heinous happens. Alright, I'm gonna have to pay attention to this game. Excuse me and pardon me for a second. We need damage. Okay, I was gonna drop it very gently where it would bounce, and then we would have a chance to put that shit in. He's waiting for the clear, so we're not gonna clear it to him. It's fine. We got lucky. He didn't counter that. I was really waiting on him to put that shit back in our net when he hit it straight to him. But he came up way too early because I guess he thought he was going to catch my dribble. Again, this is kind of why GCs aren't very good at drop shot, because one, they do that shit, and they go for bumps and fucking demos and shit, which makes them stay up when they shouldn't be staying up. Two, they try to beat everybody with just sheer speed. No ball control, just kind of going with it, going for speed. Speed will only get you so far. Speed will get you damage, but if you're more accurate in your touches, and use your teamwork and everything else, you ain't gotta worry about that shit. That's in. No, not quite. That's a bad double. He could have put that right on their fucking hole, and then the other guy could have scored it. What a double demo. He wasn't even trying to get that shit. Real gentle. Thank you. I was trying to keep my touches under control and not boot that some random way. Thanks for bumping me. Now you're out of position. My teammates can now make a play on you. Thank you. Good bumps. LMAO 5v1. It isn't 5v1. I've seen this game going this way. I did. I knew this game was gonna go this way. These two clowns don't defend. How's about you defend, brother? How's about you do something besides speeding around, doing all of that dumb shit? That's right. No problem. How's about you do something? All I see is you chasing, bro. That's all I see. That's all we see is you fucking excessively chasing. Your teammates are trying to get demos and shit, but you're too busy fucking bumping and chasing and doing all kinds of other shit. Good pickup. That's fun. You use your teammates, you guys can come back and win this. If you don't, then you're not. It's that simple. Use your teammates. They're good. Oh, he faked it. That fake might have turned out very well for him. Nope. Save it! Oh, not like that, though. Somebody call an ambulance. But for me. But for me. Jump for that, please. Thank you. Score it down. Both of you don't need to jump for that. One of you could have scored it. One of you could have damaged it. The other could have scored it. Yup. There we go. Eric gave us that. Now they gotta make up another goal. They had the ability to come back, but he's not working with his teammate. Okay. Nope. Keep passing it to me. You're not understanding. It's not a nice shot. You air dribbled that shit and delivered it personally to me. You were like, here, man, take these points. And I fucking took those points. This is why GCs are bad at drop shot. Too fucking sloppy. Gonna challenge too? Ooh, lucky I couldn't get there. Not a boost. Nice touch. Can you get a double down? Yeah, that's not down, but might be good enough. Check this shit out. Yup. Come on, Eric. Keep passing to us. We waiting. Another pass. Right in the net. But he's talking shit, being condescending. For what reason? For what reason? All of them points. You done gave us all 3 of them goals, bro. All 3. He gave us all 4 goals. Good job, Eric. Ha ha ha. Legit worthless. It's called being delusional. It's called being delusional, Eric. For whatever reason, you're wearing your GC title, which means you're trash from the fucking start. And then he passed it to my teammate again. Too easy. This is why I don't worry about titles. It's you, Eric. It's you, Eric. You're the only one that's bad in this fucking lobby. Bah ha ha ha. Wearing SSL. You stupid kid. SSL? Where? I'm higher ranked than you are, brother. We gotta look up Eric's stats now, because he's talking shit. Ah, boy. We gotta look up his stats. He's asking us to, at this point. Let me grab display view. Even though he played a bad game, I was already in desktop. Even though he played a bad game, he's still sitting there talking shit, despite playing like absolute ass. Trying to say, ha 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 ha. I'm a higher rank, I'm SSL, I'm all of this other shit. I can't help but notice that he, also seemed to have, disabled his comments section. We're way ahead of everyone else in Rocket League rankings, lol. GGWE. So he's always cocky. Let's go on back to this. Click on Steam. We click here. Well, reward level. Champion. Well, that's not a very good start now, is it? Somebody who's SSL only having a reward level of champion this far into the season. Oh, sorry. Oh, shit. See, this is why he was acting all cocky and shit. Saying that he's SSL and all of this other shit. His ones. He ain't played any in the last 30 days, but his ones he has played and has ranked in. Oops, if you see this, this means they haven't played within the last 30 days. You can see, has not played recently, they removed their rank in division. This is a summary if they played that mode where they would be. So he's played ones recently. And he is Platinum 3, Division 4, and ones. His twos, which he's played 34 matches this season and has a lose streak of 4. He is Champ 1, Div 3. Mr. SSL and GC. Threes, he's played 620 fucking matches and has only managed to get Champ 2, Div 4. Only managed to get Champ 2, Div 4. But this is big bag SSL and GC that we're talking about here. 620 matches. You're still way the fuck back there. Just keep in mind that you get an average of 8 MMR per match. So, if I pull out my calculator, that's a calendar, not a calculator. 8 times 620. That is 4,960. So that is 5,000 MMR. Now we're going to subtract 100 MMR off of that. And say, round it down. Say 4,800 MMR that he's had to fuck around with. And he's only managed to get Champ 2 Div 4. With a loss streak of 3, so he just recently fell out of Champ 3. He's going backwards. Hoops don't matter. Rumble, which is easier than regular modes, Champ 2 Div 1. How in the fuck is your 3s and your Rumble almost the same fucking rank, bro? How was that possible? Most people get GC and Rumble when they're Champ 1. How in the fuck is this a thing? And you've played 104 fucking games. Which lets me know that he probably gets his GC rewards on Rumble. And then tries to have his friend boost him to GC. So he gets his GC rewards in regular. Scumbag way to do that shit. You'll get your GC and your GC rewards or SSL or Diamond or Platinum or whatever when you make it to that rank and you can hold it on your own. Don't be a scumbag and get GC rewards in Rumble and then barely have your friends bring you to GC to get a GC title. And then don't wear that fucking title because it shows that you're just trash. Let's go back to previous season. Oh. 887 games. Still Champ 2 Div 4. So he's hard stuck. Champ 2. Oh. Oh. Probably go back a season. Champ 1 Div 4, Champ 1 Div 2, Champ 1 Div 1, Champ 2 Div 2. Big Bag GC and SSL, laughing and all of that other stuff, talking condescending to somebody. Who would have thought that he's a lying fucking coward? Oh, but in Season 4, he got Champ 3 Div 4. Interesting. You went from Champ 3 Div 4 all the way down to Champ 1/Champ 2. Interesting. Let's go back to, what was he, Season 3 GC? Or Season 4 or some shit? Champ 1, Champ 1, Champ 1, Champ 1, Champ 1, Champ 1, Champ 2, Champ 1, Champ 2. This man has been Champ 1 and Champ 2 for how many seasons now? From Season 1 to Season 7, he's been Champ 1 and Champ 2. He hasn't improved in 7 fucking seasons. How do you not improve in 7 fucking seasons? I've also noticed that this doesn't update no matter what you do. Even if I go back to Season 1, it stays the same. So this is just the reward level of the current season. Interesting. So he was a Season 4 GC. Right here is where he got it. And didn't even stay in GC. I fell straight the fuck back out. So he was carried a season so he can get a title and talk shit. This is the equivalent of hiding behind somebody and yelling out insults. You haven't made it to GC on your own, and yet you're going to tell everybody else that they're ass. The highest you've ever been in anything on your own is Champ 2. This is fucking pathetic, bro. It's actually pathetic. I have noticed something, though. Come drop shot wise. They must have changed the MMR and all of that. That's interesting. At one point in time, they adjusted drop shot MMR, looking through all of that. Because I remember back in the day, 835, you were damn near going across to the champ threshold. Now it's just kind of Diamond 2, Div 3, and drop shot. But that don't matter. At the end of the day, this guy has been exposed. You want to be condescending, talking down to every fucking body, telling us that we're bad at the game, telling us that you're a GC and you were wearing SSL shit and a whole bunch of other shit. And at the end of the day, you're nothing. 1, people, stop carrying trash the GC. Because then they get that shit in their head that they're fucking GC and they can talk down to people because they're wearing their title. This is why when I see GC titles, I ignore that shit. Because at the end of the day, it's just an intimidation factor. Hell, even GC ones nowadays are fucking reckless as fuck. Hell, GCs in general are reckless as fuck. They're running around fucking doing the same old dumb shit. Recklessness is GC. They're not good. Crazy. Dude, I just absolutely fucking crazy. SSL/GC, he says. Fucking trash. Trash, 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 trash. Obviously carried. Because if you go from the season before, Champ 1 Div 2, you're not going to go from Champ 1 Div 2 to GC in one season. I'm sorry. That's not how that works. But let's go on through to the next page to see recent matches. Defeat. Rumble. Defeat. Standard 3s. Defeat. He's got 6 wins there. And his regular Champ 1 Div 4, Champ 2, Div 4, whatever. No, it's Champ 2, Div 4. And that's where he usually maxes out at. So he's good all the way up to Champ 2, Div 4. I don't agree, or I don't know if that's all him, though, getting 6 wins in a row and getting the MVP 2 of those wins. I don't know about that, but, you know, who am I to question that? 8 goals, 22 shots. Hang on. In the course of 6 games, he got 8 goals. So that's 1 goal, 1 game, 2 goals, another game, and he's taken 22 shots. 7 assists. He might have got there on his own. If this holds up, he might have got there on his own. But again, Champ 2 has always been his limit. And he'll never get out of Champ 2. He's going to sit there and he's going to brew in Champ 2. When he plays ranked, he's going to go into ranked with the GC tag. People are going to question him. And then they're going to talk shit about him when he fucking costs them the game. When he starts getting condescending, that's him trying to protect his ego. He knows he's not good enough for GC. But he's going to keep talking condescending and keep being delusional and keep turning his face away from his lack of skill. Because he's trying to protect his ego. What he should be doing is accepting the truth. He was driven, or he was carried to that GC that he got, and he's not up to snuff. And he needs to go into training and save his replays and figure out what the fuck he needs to work on. But instead, he's not. He's just going to stay delusional. And he's going to stay hard stuck Champ 2 till he can figure that shit out. It's the end of that. He refuses to take responsibility for his fuck-ups. Let's go on to skill rating. Skill rating unranked. I mean, he stays around 1600. Oh my fucking god. God damn. That's just a voonk. You telling me he lost every match? 6 days in a fucking row. Because there's no left-right movement or no up-down movement. He lost every match. From June fucking 12th to June 18th. He lost every single fucking match that he played. Holy shit. Then he stopped playing because he got tilted. Then he jumped back on, lost another match, won some matches, lost some matches, and then he stopped playing casual. Damn. Let's look at his rank 1s. Everybody starts at Diamond at the beginning of the season and all of that, so he's coming in at Diamond. Went down. Lost he lost and won some matches. But in the end, he lost more than he won. Dropped MMR. Stopped playing. Played again. Dropped MMR. Stopped playing. Played. Won back up to Diamond. Stopped playing. Played. Lost MMR. And then stopped playing. He's probably scared of ones like a lot of people. That's natural to see them doing things like that. This motherfucker started down at Champ 1 because he technically was at Champ 2 at the end of the prior season. So start of this, he's down at Champ 1. Loses all of his matches from there to there. Goes on a win and loss, but down spiral, down to Diamond 3. Wins back up, stops playing, starts winning, stops playing, loses all the progress he made. Wins a couple of matches, stops playing, and this is probably where his buddy got on. and carried him all the way back up to Champ 2. So, I stand corrected. Champ 2 isn't where he's gotten himself. He's still in the Champ 1 Division 3 area. Yeah, he's a Champ 1 Division 3. That's where he maxed out at. He hasn't even made it to Champ 2 on his own. His buddy got on, raised him up all the way to Champ 3. Probably told him to play on his own because he's probably tired of trying to carry his bitch ass because he probably has an attitude now. And then he tried to play probably on his own. Stopped playing, played a little bit, went down. Stopped playing, played a little bit, went down. Went down. Stopped playing, played a little bit, and went down. Stopped playing, played a little bit, went down. Went down. Went down. Once he started getting down to Champ 1, he probably went and cried to his buddy, "Hey man, I'm fucking Champ 1 again, man. You ain't gotta get me back up to Champ 3. Just keep me from falling out of Champ, man. Just play with me one time." Him and his buddy played. He got him back up safely in Champ. Champ 1 Div 2 helped him out a little bit, and then his buddy left. He stopped playing. Then he's been winning and losing all in all, and he slowly made his way back up the Champ 1 Div 3 to where he's starting to make his fall back down. So he hasn't at any point made it to Champ 2 on his own. And that's sad. And that's from right around August 11th all the way to August 8th of this year. This is an entire year scale. This is how you know when people are fucking being carried and shit like that. This dude is fucking ass, talking condescending to his teammates. He was carried in 2s. Let's see if he was carried as hard in 3s. So, he started off in Champ. From the prior season, he was probably at Champ 2. Immediately down sloped all the way back to fucking Diamond. Then fell deep Diamond all the way down. Now what do you see? From this huge decline going down. This huge ass just pickup of going straight up. Lost the match with his buddy, straight up. All the way to about Champ 2. From Champ 2, either his buddy said, "I'm not going to help you for a little bit," or he found, a second teammate. Because keep in mind, 3s, he can have 2 carries. So if it's him and his buddy playing, you're going to have an extreme line like that if it's him and his buddies. If it's him and his buddy in a casual, you're going to have a rough little kind of thing like this because, you've seen my games with casuals. You always got somebody that wants to throw the fucking match. So from here, when his buddy kind of let him loose, one guy probably got off, and he probably played him and his buddy with a couple of casuals. They had a bunch of wins and a couple of losses, but most majority wins, and they continued that upwards climb. They got him all the way up to GC. Well, actually, that's Champ 3, Div 4. Soon as he hit that shit, they stopped playing. He got what he needed. That's done. He immediately fell. All the way back down to Champ 1, where he generally sits. Now, the reason why he's holding this Champ 1 is because he acclimated himself. He's a Diamond 3 player way back when. But playing with his buddy in all of these matches all the way up to GC, he learned enough from the rotations and the faster play that now he's went from Diamond 3 to holding Champ 1. So at the end of the day, his buddy carrying him did up his rank from Diamond 3 to a Champ 1 base. However, you gave him too big of a fucking head by giving him his GC title. And now he's going to sit there and he's going to talk shit and he's going to demean people, even though he has the equivalence of a Champ 1 fucking perspective and everything. As soon as his buddy stopped playing with him, bam, he fell straight the fuck off. All the way back down to Champ 1 from GC area. Played a little bit, kinda went back up. That's where his buddy kinda jumped in, and they brought him all the way back up. Because you can't have a guy with a GC title down in Champ 1. It looks bad. So they brought him all the way back up here, the Champ 2 Div 4. From that, they left his ass alone and let him play on his own. This is where you get this progression line from. Down and up, and down and up. And then, eventually, straight the fuck down, kinda sorta up. Straight the fuck down, kinda sorta up. Then, all of his buddies left him, and they just said, alright, fuck it, dude. Shit's done. Just play on your own. Played on his own with 2 casuals, or a lower level buddy that's actually around his rank, either or, and immediately dropped all of his fucking rank back down to Diamond. Caught himself, tried to play, stopped playing for a little bit, took a little break. After the break, came back down. Then, what do we notice here? Another just sharp incline back up to Champ 2. All the way back up to Champ 2. Then he started losing his rank, and then he stopped playing. Came back in, played with one of his buddies, got this slow up and down move chain. Then the guy that carries him all the time got back on one day and brought his rank all the way to fuck back up to GC. After that, he was left to his own devices again and fell all the way the fuck back down. And tried to hold himself, maybe got a win here or there, but eventually fell all the way back down to Champ 1 where he belongs. Played with his other buddy, and you know, the rest of the story. Kinda sorta going up and down and up and down and up and down. And that's been this guy's entire fucking Rocket League experience. Let's look at his performance. His average play style. Notice how most of his bar is, for the most part, assists. Assists for fucking days. Assist, 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 assist. Here, and roundabouts the 13th of July, he was more active, shot scoring, things like that. If you remember back, this is kind of where he was back down to Champ 1, playing with the people that he was supposed to play. The closer he gets up to Champ 2, which is where he ends up now, the less goals and shots and the more assists and shits that he's putting up. Generally, that would be a natural progression, but this don't make sense if you look at his shot patterns and all of that. Boom, 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 boom. Look at these numbers. How they just don't quite add up. They're not consistent. They're not consistent at all. And this is just from the 10th of July to here on his increase to Champ 2. This is not a consistent spread. You look at this. His saves are at 43 fucking percent. Which means the most that he does in a match is save the fucking ball. 43% save rate. So when he's playing with his buddies and all of that, his bitch ass is stuck on their side of the field fucking saving the ball the majority of the time, while his SSL buddy and all of that brings him up to GC. 43% saves than anything else. Then, We add up the assist that comes from sitting in goal, because when you're in goal and the roller or something comes to you, you get a save, you pass it back to your buddy. Your buddy can then go and make, plays. That's where that 20% assist comes from. The occasional time he decides to leave goal and go for a play because he sees it, or when he passes from goal, his side, back to his buddy. Well, buddies at this point, who's an SSL. You add this together, 43% plus 21%, you have a 64% passive player. 64% worth of passive plays. And then at 35%, rounded up to 36%, is the goals that he makes off of that. And obviously, those goals are mostly going to be the his teammates pass it in front and he boosts up, and scores it because the goal's just open type shit. Or they go for a demo play or some shit and he gets it. Or he gets a snipe from the goal over into their side and it goes in. And this is his overall play style over the years. Look how absolutely fucky wucky that is. This is some shit that I expect to see if I was to look up like Macho's play style. All fucking saves, well, his assists would be more like that, and then he would have goals and things like that. That's crazy. Look at this fucking bar and the difference between that shit, if you need to see it in the bar form. He ain't doing shit. And you're telling me this man's made it all the way up to GC, not scoring his own goals or anything like that. And I don't even see how this is the average tracking. Because if you distribute anything over the line, here, here, and here, to these low levels right here, this bar is not going to be right here. Hell, it takes this bar and this bar just to fill up the majority of this space. And he has a couple of those. So this one and this one being thrown here, and this one and this one being thrown here, it still bring this shit down quite a bit to level that shit off. So I don't even think this average is 110% right, looking at it in that way. But who am I to know? They do the fucking shit on the website, so we go by what the website has to say. So there you go. That dude that was condescending as fuck to all of his teammates, this motherfucker right there. With his Season 4 GC title and all of that other shit, saying that his teammates were trash and they were the issues and all of that. You now know that he's full of shit. This is why I was making fun of him and saying that it was his fault that they lost, because it is. You want to talk big boy? You want to act like a fucking grown up? You want to act like a GC and SSL? Then you better be ready to fill the fucking shoes of one. You don't talk shit and hide behind your fucking buddy. Deeds, not words. He had a lot of words to say, but his deeds didn't measure up to those words. He's a scumbag, he's a piece of shit, he's a low level, and he should be playing like he's a fucking low level. He should not have that fucking title, and I kind of wish that the Rocket League team would actually do some fucking research on some of these motherfuckers, especially the ones that are completely toxic and all of that, and are continuously flapping their fucking gums and shit. Do a little bit of research, take that motherfucker's title, or give them a special title for being carried through GC. Get rid of his red title and give him like a fucking brown GC title. That lets you know, yeah, he's reached GC, but his ass was fucking carried and he's not an actual GC. It's fucking shameful. All of these people knowing buddies that can train or that can carry them through and up the GC because their buddies are SSL. gets them there. They put on a title and then immediately act like that they're something, some sort of big shot. Most GCs, believe it or not, are actually pretty fucking chill. They don't wear their titles. They're not condescending as fuck to you. They just kind of play the game. They're quiet. They join a lobby, they play the game, and then they leave. You can say nice shot to them and things like that. Majority of GCs won't say a fucking thing, not a fucking word back to you. They're just there to play and move on. Now, there's even more chiller GCs that if you say like nice shot or something like that, they'll reply back. And I try to reply back. I generally, for the most part, try to stay quiet unless the teammate's like, nice shot. Then I feel kind of obligated to return the compliment and things like that because I'm not an asshole. I'm not stuck up or anything like that. But I mean, most GC games, you're not going to get a lot of talking. You might get an apology if somebody fucks up some shit like real bad. They'll be like, I'm sorry. I didn't score that open net. Shit like that. And that's kind of to keep your teammates from shutting down and forfeiting. But beyond that, most GCs chill as fuck. You can play with a GC, they'll do their thing, and then they'll move on, and you won't even know that they're a GC. You won't even know. Unless you looked at their positioning and their skill base and things like that. And their speed, etc., etc. You wouldn't even know. You would assume that they're champion or some other shit. Now, the higher up in GCR they are, the more you'll notice. You'll notice more fakes, you'll notice more ball control, more aerials, double touches being on target. A lot more consistency. That's the mark of a higher GC. That's what people think that a GC is they think they're all just full of consistency and shit like that. It's like, no. You're not going to get a super complete consistent GC till the end of like GC3. That's when the consistency comes in. GC1's all about fucking speed, and it's just complete and total fucking chaos and recklessness of GC1. GC2, they kind of figure it out, and then they start giving a little bit more distance and you developing more game sense, and then consistency that way. GC3, they're wholly consistent, and they start, making plays, using that game sense, using the experience, making good plays, getting it to teammates when they need to, etc., etc. Then you hop into SSL, to where you start mastering the game, and you're able to do things, very, very, very good, and you're consistent at getting them the majority of the time. You're not God tier, but you're still technically towards the best of the best. Then you have the pro level of SSL, and that gets just fucking ridiculous. So it's like, stop expecting a huge amount of thing out of legitimate GCs. They are human. They just hit GC. They're not God tier. They're just a rank above you. Like champions are a rank above diamonds. You see the same shit. It's the same fucking shit all the way up through till end of GC. Partially middle to end GC. They're still bad. They're still reckless. They still make the same dumbass mistakes. It's just they're faster. They follow through. They recover better. All of that. Better at the fundamentals, things like that. They've developed the speed base and everything to support them. Do not think that GCs are gods. You can easily beat a GC if you know how to properly play against one. It's just that simple. But that's kind of what Rocket League is. It's all about fucking how good your card looks and what kind of fucking title you have. Because if you have a title, you can talk whatever shit you want. And when they say something to you, you go, I can't hear you down there. I'm champ. I can't fucking hear you. Dumbass champ speaking. I can't hear you. I'm right because I'm a higher rank. I know I'm right because I'm a higher rank. Haha. Fuck you. Haha, fuck you. When you're not actually a higher fucking rank. In some cases, in that guy's. Now, if you're a higher rank in GC and you know that the other guy is in champ and they're fucking up, it's nice to correct them. Half the time we don't. We just let them think their way and we let them stay down in champ. Because why help somebody who's rude to you? Most GCs you're rude to, they're not gonna fucking go through all of that rigmarole for a dumbass champ. They're gonna let you think you're right and they're gonna keep your ass down in champ so they don't have to fucking deal with you. Yeah, you're shitty and casual, but when I go to my ranked and all of that, I play with people of my rank and I don't have to worry about a dumbass like you hopping over me and taking the ball and all of that shit. Okay, keep being dumb and casual. I don't give a shit. I got my rewards for the fucking, you know, for the season and all of that. Do what you want. I don't give a shit. So we just play. But anyway, I'm ending stream here. It's been like 2 hours, 47 minutes. So I am done. I'm gonna go make me some fucking food. And I don't think I'm gonna hop into the Dead by Daylight YouTube side. One, I've used one of my notifications to everybody. When you're partnered with YouTube, I know you get 3, but I think I only get 1 because I'm not partnered. So I definitely should save that notification and all of that for when I can assemble the crew, basically. Because I would hate to do a Dead by Daylight review. Somebody just noticed that I'm streaming it, pop in, and be like, man, am I late? And me be like 3 hours in. Feels bad. So Dead by Daylight review will definitely be tomorrow at noon my time. Maybe a little bit after. Depends on how I'm feeling, all of that. And we are going to take it from there. I think that is all I have to say. So, I mean, send your replays. Everything that's on screen right now. That's how you access your demos folder in Rocket League. Replace the username portion with whatever your fucking computer name is. And, copy and paste your replays. Send them to me on Discord. Send it to me direct message. Send it to me email. Send it to me somehow, some way, some shape, some form. Join the server if you want to. I don't give a shit. Get those replays to me. That's what I'm waiting to do. I would rather do replay reviews and actually assist people in getting better at the game than playing the fucking game. Trust me. Champ is abysmal. Champ hurts my fucking head. We'll pick up going for Champ 2 next time I play. We'll either get it or we won't get it. Again, we're going to kind of stick to the same play and all of that. Well, this time. We're going to try to stick to the same play, using the same rotations, the same speed and all of that we've been playing. I decided not to just go uber and kind of delete all the progress of what I've been building up on stream. Because the whole point is to show you that you can hang in champ and all of that. Just using proper rotations and all of that. So I'll still stick with the game plan that we've developed up till then. But keep in mind, if I do flip over the Champ 2, we're going to be talking a whole bunch of different things. We're going to have to up our rotation game, up our challenge game, and up our speed once we flip over the Champion 2. Again, everything you're seeing is kind of like expedited because I'm trying to get this shit done and over with. So when I hit Champ 2 and I start playing harder and I start doing things that you don't really recognize from before, and I up the ante, keep in mind that this is kind of the skill set that you should have built while you were trying to get through Champ. Because I'm going to play harder and harder and harder and allow myself to do more things the higher in rank that I get. Champ 1, we're just coming out of Diamond 3. So you're gonna be sitting there, you know, flopping around for a long time trying to figure your way. It's unfortunate, but that's just kind of how it is. Don't be surprised if you don't get out of Champ 1 in one season and it takes 2. Or 1 and some change. Or for some people, you know, they're not very fast learners and it takes 3 seasons. It shouldn't take any more than 3 seasons to get out of Champ 1, though. If you ain't out of Champ 1 in under 3 seasons, then you have stopped your training regimen. You have stopped trying to improve. You stop saving replays. You stop following the rotation, all of that. You've become complacent. I'd say at the end of the 2nd season, you're probably complacent if you're still stuck in Champ 1. Champ 1 is just kind of something to allow you a little bit of cool-off time after Diamond 3 Purgatory and to continue moving on to join the rest of the fray. You're really not a complete champ till you reach to about Champ 2. Then you can honestly say that with honor and pride that you're a champ. But I hate when I hear somebody say that they're champ and I look up their stats and they're Champ 1 Div 1 or Champ 1 Div 2 or some dumb shit. And I'm like, nah, you're still Diamond, brother. Champ 1 is still Diamond 3. If I was to drop you into a Diamond 3 lobby at Champ 1, you would still have difficulties. You wouldn't be above that echelon. So just keep that in mind when you're looking down on people, especially if you get a rank that you don't deserve. Either way, that's all I wanted to say. As always, supplement your lifestyle, and I will see you next time. Peace.